Hey Bears, I'm Chris Toms and this is your CTV Bears Breakdown. One Bears' efforts to bring home a state swimming medal continue. Daniel Koropka raced Thursday in the prelims for the 200-yard individual medley and the 100-yard butterfly. He qualified for Friday's final in the butterfly, but not the medley. The state swimming meet is taking place in St. Peters, Missouri, which is near St. Louis. The Bears football team will look to claim a district title this week, but they must beat a rival they've struggled against in the past in order to do so. Chrisman travels to Fort Osage Friday night. That's the same place they lost 23-0 back on October 6th. It was the only game all season in which the Bears didn't score. Chrisman advanced to the district title game by defeating Park Hill South 33-14 last week. Fort beat Truman 34-0 in their respective game. Friday's game starts at 7. You can listen on freetap.com if you can attend. Practices for most winter sports began this week. That includes basketball and wrestling. Swimming starts next week. The biggest difference this year is on the sideline for the boys basketball team. Jake Cates came aboard as head coach after spending the last 15 years at Summit Christian Academy. Cates started the program there and turned the SCA into a consistently strong program. Last season his team won 19 games. He takes over a Chrisman team that only won 10 games the last 2 seasons combined. The Bears will open their season November 21st against Park Hill South. The girls basketball team also opens their season that same day against the same opponent. Coach Scott Schaefer's girls basketball team is coming off an 18-9 season, but will have to face a big challenge replacing all 5 starters. 2 of those starters are playing college basketball right now. The wrestling team must replace multiple seniors, including a state qualifier, but Coach Riley Glasgow says 10 wrestlers are coming back and he's adding 20 new ones, so expectations remain high. Their first meet won't take place until the end of the month. There is a new club at William Chrisman. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes met for the first time this week. Mr. Corder led the effort to bring an FCA chapter to Chrisman. The goal is to help students grow closer to Jesus Christ. Former Chiefs wide receiver Danon Hughes spoke to the students at Wednesday's kickoff and encouraged them to become leaders within the school. Despite the name, Fellowship of Christian Athletes is open to everyone. The next meeting will take place Friday, November 17th at 6:45 a.m. in the Little Theater. They will typically meet the first and third Fridays of every month. It's showtime. Performances of the year's fall musical run through Saturday night. The Music Man is a story centered on a con man who promises to start a band in a small town, but never actually plans to deliver. Each performance starts at 7. The tickets cost $6 at the door. Several Bears stepped up this week to help save lives. They donated at DECA's Fall Blood Drive. It happened Wednesday in the small gym. More than 80 students signed up to give. Some teachers and staff also donated. Many seniors became a lot more identifiable by their clothing this week. On Tuesday, Jostens came back to collect cap and gown orders and to pass out class of 2018 apparel, such as sweatshirts and sweatpants. If for some reason you couldn't turn in your order, representatives from Jostens will return next Tuesday to take them. A big day for juniors arrives in less than 2 weeks. That's when they will receive their class rings and sign a commitment to graduation banner. Hold on to your cash over the next week, Bears. Market Day takes place next Thursday. The event put on by the youth entrepreneurs brings fast food into Chrisman. Participants are essentially loaned a certain amount of money to purchase the food that they will market and sell. The idea is for them to earn enough money to pay back what they received and turn a profit. This year's Market Day will feature such foods as wings, pizza, Chick-fil-A, and Oreo balls. The event takes place during lunch in the atrium. Finally, basketball fans, listen up. Minor League Hoops comes to ISD this weekend. The Kansas City Soul will host a game at Truman Saturday night against a team from St. Joe. Former Mizzou and NFL player Dwayne Blakely is on the Soul's roster. The game starts at 6. Tickets cost $10. And that's it for this week's Bears Breakdown. I'm Chris Toms, and we'll leave you with a look at some other things going on around Chrisman. We'll see you next time, Bears.